Okay, let's get into it. David Van Eerd tests positive for CERA. Let's have a look here. We're going to open up some new things. Who is David Van Eerd? I've never heard of him before. I've got to admit, I'm not a big follower of the Red Hook Crit. Anyway, he's tested positive for CERA. What is CERA? CERA. It's a EPO-style drug. It's a long-acting EPO-style drug, meaning it's for 70 half-lives between 70 to 140 hours. Half-life, so pretty long half-life, so that's going to be building red blood cells for that long time, which also means the half-life is long, so it's probably pretty easy to get caught for it. Hence, we have a few drug tests for positive for CERA over the years. This guy would have been better off using something like EPO, which has a half-life of 5 hours. So the testing window is from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. So if he's microdosing EPO, he could never get caught, because it's a 10-hour clear your system. Half-life's 5 hours, so it clear your system. This guy's using a drug that was 70 to 140 hours half-life, so bit dumb. Anyway, he turned up to a crit and got busted for it in France. He's finished second, so if you're finishing second on CERA, and this guy's experienced racer, he's an experienced racer, we'll get to that in a sec, then this guy here definitely ain't clean, because that's just not how it works. All right. So this guy is an experienced Dutchy racer. This is him here, busted for the good stuff, the hot sauce, 4-year ban. He's turned his Instagram on a private. What's this crit here in France? He's last July. Well, it took a while for him to get the news out, didn't it? So 4 months ago, he's tested positive. He's 29-year-old. He won the Red Hook Barcelona, finished 3rd overall in the Red Hook series, and topped the NL Crit Series General GC for racing for the 8-bar fixed gear racing team. So you know that the drugs are popular if he's getting 2nd or 3rd place. So what is this race here? This is Fixie. This is a Fixie crit. So he got busted here. Wow, they're doing drug testing at a Fixie crit. That's pretty amazing. So it's a fixed gear race crit. Chaos. What is CERA? Let's have a look at the history of it. We have David Rebellion, who's a classic old school rider, and was a long time rider. You can tell just by those veins. You can just tell by the vibe. Once you've taken anabolic steroids yourself, you can instantly spot in other people very, very quickly. And so Dave Rebellion, you denied it, said I'm not sure how they got in my system, as a good athlete does. Otherwise, you get your team in trouble. Let's have a look at the CERA positives. Who's been busted for it? We have Pipoli, remember him? Classic rider. We have Rico, and him and his girlfriend got busted. So Rico was one of the first high-profile riders to get busted for it. And you can also see he's taking some testosterone, because you see how red he is. His hemoglobin must be like 220 here. He's red as a tomato, and his girlfriend's tan, and he's Italian. So you can see there, that redness is very, very high blood volume. We have Bernard Cole. You got the puffy face. Some people get the puffy face as well when they're on the EPO stuff. I'm not sure what that is, but some people get like a little puffy face. So he looks like he'd be overweight. Doesn't look like he'd be fat. But if you see him, he's very, very lean, very, very shredded. But his face holds a lot of water fluid from could be the EPO, could be corticosteroids, could be CERA. Just some people hold it in the face. Who else got busted for it? The under 23 Colombian champion got busted for CERA. And we have here, this is an old shot of Rico with the gendarme. Oh, excuse me. And his girlfriend there, and the cops are going, look, mate, you've been busted for CERA, you've been busted for drugs, your girlfriend's sort of hot, what are we going to do about this? Let's turn the cameras off and let's pay your fine right now, son. We have a Brazilian rider called Kleber Ramos. He's got busted for CERA. We have the Tour de France podium. Cadell Evans, obviously clean. He's Australian. Carlos Sastre, clean. Obviously, he's from Spain. Bernard Cole, suspect. He's from, where else we got? Danilo De Luca, also got busted for CERA. It must be something in the pastries in Italy. It must be something. We've got David Rebellion. Man, this dude is like, he could write a book with Valverde on longevity. Anyone can take drugs, but to be able to, he's still racing at age 50. That's impressive, man. That's impressive. That's fucking impressive. He loves it. He loves it. So that's pretty cool. So I mean, we can make fun of these people who get busted and say, "Oh, you guys are cheaters. I don't like you. You know, you're so much Lance Armstrong." And it's just like, come on, man. Everyone's juicing at the top. Don't be so naive. Let's go back to David Van Eerd. So this is the guy. So he's a student. He's a student, I believe, and he's gotten busted for it. So this is I would say the best thing he could do is just deny it and say, don't know, bro. And most people believe that. Most people believe it, you know. Be like, oh no, he's a fixie rider, man. Yeah, he's a good. Just deny it, David. Don't admit to it. Because if you admit to it, I mean, that's obviously the best thing to do in terms of like for yourself, for sure. But at the same time, you know, not many people are going to be able to handle the truth. You know, so if you say, yeah, look, I did it, people will be like, you know, all the dummies will be like, and people like myself will be like, yeah, cool, yeah, you got busted. But, you know, so that's the deal here is people use drugs, kids, you know, it ain't no surprise to me. People are like, oh, you surprised that there's drugs in Fixie? So, I mean, half the Fixie crew are fucking drunk in the race. That's dangerous, man. That's dangerous. So, anyway, that's just the deal. Using CERA, it's a cheap drug. Slight EPO, very cheap. You know, CERA would be good to someone like, you know, Cookie Man, Phil G. He would be good. He's probably using CERA because he's not getting tested anymore and it's really strong. It gives you mutant watts. But I think that the EPO would still be the racer's choice. CERA would be the Strava rider's choice. So someone like Cookie Man would be using that, in my opinion. But EPO would be the professional choice in terms of fast acting, short half-life, 10 hours you're clean, good to go. If you get busted for EPO, then something's wrong with your doctor, fire your doctor. So anyway, that's my deal. I'm not saying people should take anything. I'm just saying this is what's going on. I'm not going to be here joining the witch hunt and go, yeah, David, you got caught with drugs, you're a bad boy, you ban him for life. I mean, some of the comments people are writing already, like, oh, ban him for life. Like, it's like, bro. And then you go and look on the Instagram, they follow, like, you know, these big name pro runners or cyclists or swimmers. And it's like, come on, man. Like, this dude's a 29-year-old dude, didn't make it as a pro. He's using drugs in fixed gear racing. Like, give him a breather, you know. Like, this is how it is, you know. So, and he's a good rider, man. Dude's got experience. And this dude's an experienced rider. It doesn't matter how much drugs you take. If you're, you know, if you could give me the same shit Phil Guy Mon's taken and put me on a fixed gear bike, I'm going to finish dead last because I'll be crashing in the first corner. So he's got to have mad skill. So the fact he's got mad skill, I mean, all the fixie racers at that level have mad skill, but the fact that he's getting beaten by other guys with the same skill, and this David guy's got like 12 years of racing in his legs, doing Belgium Cremises and Dutch crits, etc. It just goes to show that he ain't the only one using this shit. This is obviously being used by other people, which is, you know, in the swimming, in the running, in the soccer, wherever he goes. This is how it is. Otherwise, if he was the only one, he'd be riding away from people like you saw Cookie Man drop me and that other guy up Norton Summit. That's three people, one on drugs, two clean. That gap so quick, that's drugs. This guy's winning by like that. That means other people are taking the gear as well. Anyway, that's thoughts, comments, and criticisms. What do you think down below? Doping in fixies. I called it years ago. Nothing to see. Nothing surprising. Part of the deal. People want to see spectacular riding, spectacular swimming, spectacular running. Doping's here to stay. You can call it cheating, but everyone at the top's doing it. So get over it.